I think everyone is a chemist in some degree. If you can cook, you are a chemist. If you can smell the difference after rain, you are a chemist.
I think that it's difficult for people to grasp at first because it's something that you can't really see with your eye. But I think that that's where the beauty kind of lies.
Chemistry is just electron transfer. If we want to make a difficult reaction to happen, we're going to need something that's got relatively unstable or high energy electrons, lithium metal or zinc. So that's the thermal approach or the traditional approach. About 50% of what you want happens, and then the rest of it is dealing with the consequences of the strategy you chose.
With electrochemistry, we can start to replace some of these chemicals with just electricity.
The center, it's a collection of people across the entire country.
I think a web's a good analogy.
Everybody trying to address this kind of big challenge that sits in several fields.
How can we do the things we do in a way that's more sustainable, safer, greener, cheaper?
People think of it as like a cold, logic-based discipline. In the end, the whole reason why it exists is to improve human lives and human societies.
We spend a lot of time teaching students how to communicate their chemistry to chemists, but we don't spend time teaching them how to communicate to people who are not within their discipline.
Engaging with the public, it's something a lot of people agree we should do, but it's not as easy as I'm just going to show up and do this thing and everybody's going to love what I have to say. It's nowhere near that simple. We start by interviewing the scientist. Tell us about your research. But also tell us about you. What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What are communities you already have a connection with?
I was more of an art kid growing up, musical theater and ballet and painting and art classes. This opportunity came around. We were going to use non-scientific hobbies to introduce science concepts to non-scientific communities. Maybe I could kind of pair my love for crochet with my love for chemistry. The duck is kind of the mascot of electrochemistry. Start here at 0. We'll see like nothing for a while, but then we'll start to see some electron activity. If it comes out looking like a duck, it's a really proud moment. Our system is ideal.
So we've done this before at a couple different fairs.
It got a lot of people at the Makers Fair excited about learning science. Hey, look at this thing that you can see right here, and you can touch it and you can play with it. And this is related to something that you can't see that's purely theoretical.
So chemistry has its own challenges with communication. Often, chemists get so into the weeds, like atomic level weeds.
As an undergraduate, we would have these weekly meetings. Graduate student gets up. I've never heard any of these words. I've never seen any of these words. I'm checked out. That's it.
I've always really been interested in science. I guess just the feeling of creating new things. I started working in a graduate lab with Josh.
When Sophia started, she had never heard of the field of electrochemistry. The training we had to communicate with the general public was exactly applicable. Explain things simply and in small chunks. From there, you can sort of ramp up.
Finding the pieces that fit together, it makes my brain light up. It's like this joy. Like it's mostly like self-pride. Like I'm proud of myself for being able to figure that out.
She's extremely talented. Maybe I should do a better job of telling her that directly.
Definitely am considering it as a career. It's definitely been fostered by Josh and I's work.
Imposter syndrome is a ghost that haunted me since a very young age. My first big failure in the lab, things are just not working. I felt like I lost my faith.
Organic chemistry is like really painfully difficult sometimes, and sometimes you just spend a week in the lab where absolutely nothing works. You kind of lose some of the magic just sheerly because you're so focused on the minutia.
Positive experiences in doing public engagements. You do get to remember the joy.
You change the color of a vial of solution using electrolysis. It's not really a fancy contraption. It's like a battery and wire. See anything happening in there? Yeah. That gives an opportunity to share a little bit of chemistry, but also kind of the chance to just share the wonder of chemistry.
It didn't come to me naturally in the beginning because I was too scared to look at people. I was looking at my feet. I should get done with it as soon as possible. We have a whole workshop for scientific communication. We brainstorm ideas. They prepare us for every step. Now I'm looking in the eye of people and tell them my passion, my dream, and what I have to offer. And I realize I'm kind of good at what I do, which is doing research.
If I leave here and then after me the lab is empty, I think that'll be kind of sad, but also like not very good for the productivity of society. Inspiring the future generation of problem solvers, I think it is a big thing because somebody's got to do it, basically.
Outreach just makes you a better scientist. Now I can really step back and think about, okay, I do these things because I'm trying to study this concept. And then I can give that in broader strokes to this other type of chemist.
They have a new perspective on what being a scientist is. There's less fear around making a mistake.
When you trust your students and when you treat them as collaborators, it empowers them to take the chance on what could be risky science. You want to have them make innovations by taking chances.
I'm at my fourth year and I see all the younger graduate students coming in. Now is my time to tell them, you are smart. There's a reason you are doing what you do. It's a message passing along through community, through communication. We support each other.